What's good, YouTube? This your boy, True Gamer, aka DREALEST, back on the scene, and today I got a special video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, today we're gonna be doing a reaction video to Saints Row Reboot, a lesson in disrespect. And shout out, like I say, hey, we do a shout out for every reaction video that we do. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from that person. Shout out to House Hexagon. Hey, make sure y'all go and subscribe. Make sure y'all go and check out his videos. He's pretty good at what he do, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go and check it out. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the video. Let's do this.
Alright, let's see here. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Oh, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I'm just here in front of my new mansion that I got with all my new YouTube money. Yeah, I don't like to brag, but I'm a pretty big deal now, you know. Yeah. I recently hit, get this, 200 subscribers. Yeah. No autographs, please.
A brief history of the last 10 years at Volition.
Sir? Saints Row the Third sold well. The only criticism was that fans said it was a bit too wacky and it could have been toned down a bit.
Okay.
So, what should we do now? Go back to the roots, or...?
No, I have an idea.
Yes, sir?
How about a game where you become the president during a alien invasion?
Sir,
Yeah, and like, you have superpowers, and the entire game takes place in a simulation. Yeah.
Sir, I'm not sure that's what the fans really asked for. I mean...
That game wasn't that... Hey, that game wasn't that bad, y'all. Saints Row 4, it wasn't that bad, but it's not a... It wasn't a great game to also play. It was alright. It was alright. It was okay. Because it had so much, like, bruh, it just went into a whole different direction.
Sir, I'm not sure that's what the fans really asked for. I mean...
I said aliens.
Okay, sir. Okay. Well, sir, Saints Row 4 received quite mixed reviews. Once again, fans suggest that maybe we go back to a more serious tone?
Okay. I hear you.
Well, what should we do, sir?
How about this? Let's make the smallest Saints Row game ever, with no character customization.
Bruh, this is Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. Bruh, when I tell you this game is trash, bro, this game is trash, y'all. Don't buy this game. This game is not worth it. It is trash. Like, I'll play it for y'all because I already got the game, and I'm gonna show y'all like how trash this game is. This game is not that good.
And yeah, it takes place in hell.
Hell, sir?
Yeah, and you can like fight the devil and stuff. Yeah.
Sir, I'm not really sure that's what the fans...
I said devil.
Okay, sir. Well, sir, that went about as well as expected. We received even more critical...
That's so terrible.
...reviews, and once again, fans have requested that maybe we should just go back to making a more serious game?
They're right. We have to change it up.
Oh, thank God. Okay, sir, what should we do?
How about we make a game that's completely different to Saints Row, but at the same time, confuse the hell out...
Bruh, this is one of the worst games of all time, and I never played a day in my life in this game. Like, bruh, if y'all go and watch this game, you go just look at it and be like, yeah, this is the worst terrible game I ever seen. This is called Agents of Mayhem, but it's basically supposed to be like a Saints Row. Like, it's supposed to be a Saints Row. Dude, let's just skip this game. This game is so horrible.
...of everyone by marketing it like a Saints Row game for no reason other than to piss people off.
Sir, I really...
I said piss.
Oh, God. Well, sir, once again, we received even more critical reviews and the lowest sales of a game of ours in over a decade.
Oh, how unexpected.
Sir, with all due respect, I really think it's time we just do what the fans want.
You know what?
Thanks.
I agree with you.
Really, sir?
Absolutely. No more BS. It's time. It's time to reboot Saints Row.
Oh, sir, after all these years, I'm so happy to hear you finally say that. How should we do it?
How about this? Imagine playing as a college student
Well, what?
in the middle of a desert.
Oh, no, sir, no.
And they start a gang to pay off their student loans. And they go around playing chess.
Oh my God.
And taking selfies
We are
with
so
their
screwed.
smartphones and all that good stuff.
And that's the current Saints Row that we're standing on. College students trying to pay off their loans, so they made a gang in the desert of all places.
The Saints Row series has always been about the R word.
So sad, Joe.
You know what that is? Respect. You complete an activity, you gain respect. You want an upgrade, you need respect. Respect has always been a huge part of Saints Row. But today, I'm not here to discuss respect, but the exact opposite. Disrespect. Because the way that Volition and their publisher overlords have been treating their fans as of late has been, quite frankly, unbelievable. They've disrespected the fans in 3 different ways: deception, sanitization, and lastly, just being outright arses. Let's start with deception. I've seen a lot of people tell me that it was foolish of us fans of Saints Row 1 and 2 to have seriously expected Volition to go back to the roots of the series and make a serious gangster game when Saints Row the 3rd, a much less serious entry, was their best-selling game. These people like to say that those of us who prefer Saints Row 1 and 2 are just a vocal minority, and that the sales figures prove that the average person doesn't want a serious game, but a wacky one instead. What these people don't realise, however, is that by bringing sales figures into the equation, they are, at the same time, disproving their own point. After all, Saints Row 4 was much more wacky than Saints Row the 3rd, yet it still sold less. But wait a minute, I thought the more wacky and less serious a game was, the better it would sell. Well, clearly not. It's almost like there's another factor that determines how well a game sells. Like, oh, I don't know, marketing? Saints Row the 3rd sold far better than the other Saints Row games because the marketing behind it was solid. Saints Row 1 only got an in-game trailer which was so outdated by the time it came out that the Saints colours weren't even purple. Saints Row 2 got a hilarious ad that mocked GTA 4, which was cool, but didn't do much to disperse the whole GTA clone myth. And Saints Row 4's marketing, well, that was basically just non-existent. Meanwhile, Saints Row the 3rd got a badass CGI trailer that I guarantee almost everyone watching this has probably seen 50 times over. It shouldn't be a surprise to say that marketing plays a huge role in the sale of not just games, but any product.
Bruh, straight facts. Like, bruh, depending on how good the game sales are, depends on the marketing. Like, the way you market your game. Like, for instance, you put out a trailer. The more commercials that the more it plays, the more that people are going to want to buy your game, especially if it's looking like this. Like, bruh, come on, wouldn't you want to buy this game too if it came out looking like that? And then it's like, again, the marketing. They put a whole lot of money into Saints Row the 3rd. They didn't do that to Saints Row 1 and 2 and 4. We ain't even gonna talk about that game. That game was trash. It was alright. But yeah, bro, they did so much marketing on Saints Row the 3rd. They gave out so much free stuff at the top it all off too. Like, they gave a lot of free stuff out away. Like them shoes that y'all just saw earlier. that's Saints Row the Third shoes that they gave out, y'all. Like, they did so much marketing with that game.
I mean, it's business 101, folks. Regardless, you're right, it would have been dumb for us to assume that Volition would return Saints Row back to its gangster roots. Unless, you know, they had been hinting towards doing just that for years. I came across this video on Volition's YouTube channel titled Volition Directors, A Message to Our Fans. There, the top brass of Volition announced that they were developing a new Saints Row game, but didn't go into any more specifics. What they did, however, was make that announcement behind a massive background of the original Saints Row 1 box art. I mean, come on. They knew what they were doing here.
Previous streams talked about our mystery game that we're working on. We can at least finally be slightly less vague. We are making a new Saints Row. You know, it's been a little while since the last Saints Row came out, and so just how do you feel about like the response from the fans from it being announced?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic just that people are excited to hear that we're making something.
It's Trap's got signs I made him.
That's right.
Imagine holding a sign that literally says you love the fans, only to go on and completely ignore them. What makes this even more unbelievable, however, is that all of the top comments on this video are requesting them to go back to Saints Row 1 and 2. As in, all of them. It's honestly quite hard to go back and read these with what we know now. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a more tone-deaf company in my life. And I've seen Blizzard announcing the development of a new Saints Row game right in front of the box art cover of the original, declaring that you love the fans and listen to them dearly, meanwhile completely and utterly disregarding all of the comments made towards you.
Hey, facts! Bro, big facts. Like, how can you sit back and... Bro, and this was made like a year ago. This was back in like 2020. Or it might be like 2 years now, but... Bro, you literally sat back and ignored your fans. And look at this. People thought that Saints Row, only one dislike, 418 likes. People thought that they was gonna actually come back out with a Saints Row 1 or 2. Like, but you sitting back and ignoring the fans is what killed you off. Look, like, bro. Like, dude, come on, man. Like...
Seen a more tone-deaf company in my life, and I've seen Blizzard announcing the development of a new Saints Row game right in front of the box art cover of the original, declaring that you love the fans and listen to them dearly, meanwhile completely and utterly disregarding all of the comments made towards you. How can anyone possibly blame fans for thinking that this is what they were gonna do? Being under 3 layers of corporate ownership does indeed take away Volition's creative freedoms as developers, as proven by this comment I found whereby they openly admit they aren't in control of their old games. However, when this video was uploaded, the Saints Row reboot would have been in the middle of its development. At this point, Volition would have known exactly what it was they were making, and yet still just decided to string their fans along. There's simply no excuse for it. So, for those of you who didn't previously understand why those of us who wanted a serious Saints Row game feel somewhat deceived, perhaps now you somewhat get why. They've been hinting at it for years, and this was just one of many examples. So, what do you do when your fans want you to go back to a more adult tone? Well, how about sanitizing everything down and doing the exact opposite? Your car's just broke down and you want to get it fixed up? Where do you go? Rim jobs, of course.
Yeah,
oh,
you go to rim jobs.
Wait, sorry. That's too edgy these days, I'm afraid. No. It's now called Jim Robs. Yeah, really.
Trash.
But hey, let's say you're hungry. Why not go down to Freckle Bitches?
That's what the store was called back in Saints Row 1 and 2, y'all. It was literally called that.
It's supposed to be dead and all, but you have to look this pissed?
Johnny, you said you'd take me out to dinner.
And here we are.
At Freckle Bitches?
Where else would we go?
Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's considered misogynistic today. Excuse me. It's now called FBs. And no, I'm not joking with you. I have no idea what's
Trash.
wrong with these modern day moral crusaders, whereby they have no problem making a game about shooting people in the head, but God forbid you say the word bitch. I mean, if they are this prickly about things like this, just imagine how awful the main story is going to be. Say goodbye to activities like escort and pimping, and
I'm gonna talk about this more. Like, I'm gonna talk about the activities and stuff like that as soon as we get done with the Saints Row 1. We already got done with the Saints Row 1 gameplay. Now I'm just gonna be editing the videos and stuff like that, and I'm gonna be talking about the activities and everything, y'all. And I'm gonna be talking about these two. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, escort is it was very difficult, y'all, but it's pretty easy. And snatch, man.
instead say hello to new activities like chess and tweeting. And you can bet your bottom
Trash.
dollar you won't be seeing scenes as gruesome as the original games, that's for sure. Speaking of the original games,
You definitely
did
won't.
I mention that some of the developers have essentially disowned them in interviews? Apparently the original games are not the kind of tone we'd want to make today. As of the time I'm recording this, it's actually Saints Row's 15th anniversary. No surprise then that Volition didn't say a damn word about it. Seems to me like they're trying to overwrite their old games with this new core.
I promise y'all, with my life, bro, if y'all go and play Saints Row 1 and 2, you will love those games. Like, bruh, I played those games. I still play Saints Row 1 and 2 till this day. And they came out in like 2007 and 8, bro. Like, bruh, those are how hard those games go. Like, I'm telling y'all would love those games. If y'all haven't played those games, y'all are missing out. This-
Sanitized
This is trash. This right here, no.
garbage. Which brings me nicely on to the last point. Volition are just being asses lately. Petulantly
Bruh, y'all remember when I had read this tweet, y'all? I read this tweet to y'all. And they put haters gonna hate. Like, bruh, they are treating y'all like dirt. Like, they treating you like dirt, y'all. They don't care about you. Like, they don't care. Why keep supporting people that don't even give a crap about you? No.
arguing with their most dedicated fans, even going so far as to state they're not backing down. I mean, not backing down? That's the kind of language you'd use when you're at war, not talking to your loyal customers about a damn video game. If you,
Facts.
as a game studio, find that you ever feel the need to not back down, then frankly, you've messed up with either your marketing, game, or God forbid, both. Then again, Volition being snappy with their fans is hardly anything new. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever played a game that has multiple endings? Of course you have. Well, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, when it comes to the Saints Row reboot, there are two possible future timelines that await us. The good timeline and the bad timeline. There are three main groups of people who are potentially going to be interested in buying this reboot. Number one, Twitter snowflakes who will buy it to support their agenda. Number two, young Zoomers who don't know any better and fell for the marketing. And number three, the original Saints Row fans.
Okay, let me explain each one, y'all.
Potentially going to be interested in.
These are the people that are gonna be, like he said, there's gonna be the people that's interested in the games. This one white fat BBW chick, whatever y'all see right here, like, basically, those are the people that just like are just going to buy the game just to buy the game because they don't know what they're like. They just gonna buy the game just to buy the game. Like, this one on the right here, these are fanboys. Like, these are people that don't even care what type of game you create. They're just gonna just buy it just to support you. Just to support you. And then the people on top, right here, like with the Saints Row 1 emblem right here, these are just original Saints Row fans that really love the game. They're going to end up buying it too. Some of them. I wouldn't say all of them though, because mostly all of us don't like this game. Like, bruh, If you're thinking about buying this game, just get Game Pass. Go and buy Game Pass and just download their game. Like, bro, don't give them $50 or $60 some dollars or $100 some dollars of your hard-earned money. I don't like to tell people what to do with their money, but this one time, y'all, bro, y'all seeing it for yourselves. They don't care about you. They don't even like dude, they always disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? Why keep supporting someone that's not only gonna keep disrespecting you, but just don't care about you? They don't even care about you. Bruh, if you still interested in the game, go get Game Pass and download that mug for free. Right there, all for that. Instead of giving them your hard-earned money.
Buying this reboot. Number 1, Twitter snowflakes who will buy it to support their agenda. Number 2, young Zoomers who don't know any better and fell for the marketing. And number 3, the original Saints Row fans. Now, I don't think that the Twitter snowflakes and young Zoomers alone will be a large enough audience to warrant the reboot being considered a financial success. On the contrary, I believe the vast bulk of sales are expected to come from the original fans of the series. Keyword being expected. Herein lies the bad timeline. In the bad timeline, the original Saints Row fans decided to buy the game en masse due to being manipulated by the power of the brand. And thus, these sales, combined with the other two I mentioned earlier, ensured that the reboot was enough of a financial success to warrant, brace yourself folks, a sequel.
No. Dude, don't, bruh.
That's right. In this timeline, the grand duology of old would be overwritten by this new one.
Shoot, if they come out with their Saints Row 2, bro, we might as well just get ready for a game to ride ponies on. We're gonna be riding on ponies. Because they just gonna keep nerfing the game.
Leaving Saints Row fans stuck, playing a sanitized corporate disgrace, while at the same time, ensuring that games like the originals never see the light of day again. On the contrary, we have the good timeline. In the good timeline, the original Saints Row fans remained resolute and refused to buy the reboot. Volition and their publishers, after releasing multiple failed games that nobody wanted due to their desperate attempts to jump on the trends of the time, goes from petulantly insulting their fans to instead metaphorically getting on their knees, begging for feedback on what fans actually want them to make, and this time, listening. That is, of course, assuming Volition wouldn't be forcefully dissolved by their publishers due to poor performance, which I obviously hope wouldn't happen. Either way, it's one timeline or the other. Either the game is a success or it flops. Though on the surface it looks like a coin flip, in reality, it isn't random. The people who will decide what timeline we are in this time next year will be the original Saints Row fans, aka you. Now look, I would never try to lecture anyone on how they should spend their hard-earned cash, but what I will say is the facts. And the facts are that if this game sells well, then the bad timeline will be our timeline, and Saints Row as you know it will be done for. However, if the reboot flops, then we'll be in the good timeline, and that means that at least we'll have a chance to get a good game sometime in the future, while keeping the original series from being overwritten. Now, I've already predicted that I think the reboot will have some solid gameplay, but will be a narrative carnival of cringe beyond comprehension. Whether or not a soulless story that has decent gameplay will be enough to tickle the fancy of the original fans, we'll just have to wait and see. All I can say is that, for me, there's not a chance I'd buy this. My advice for fans who don't want to support the reboot but still, for whatever reason, want to give it a try, is to simply buy a second-hand used physical copy if possible, as at least then you won't be supporting the company outright. And, frankly, if this game will be as badly written as I think it will be, you'll probably see a lot of copies over in the bargain bin a few months after launch. If you've managed to wait 8 years, you can sure wait a little longer. Why you'd want to, however, I don't know. Personally, I'm tired of all these games.
Or you could do what I said, y'all. Bruh, go buy yourself Game Pass. Download that mug for free, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you gotta do. And, like, it's that simple. Like, that's all you gotta do. Or, just like he said, because you won't be supporting them. You'll be supporting the store that you go to buy that used game. Because people are gonna return this game if it's got that much cringe. And we already know it's gonna have that much cringiness in it.
Gaming companies treating their fans as idiots and thinking we're just going to eat up whatever crap they put on our plates. I've called this production a lesson in disrespect, because at the end of this Saints Row reboot saga, someone is going to learn a lesson. If we're in the good timeline, the gaming industry at large will learn that respect is vital, and that if you want to stay in business, you're going to have to respect the people who made you who you are in the first place. On the contrary, if we're in the bad timeline, then companies will learn that it doesn't matter how they treat their customers, as so long as you slap the right brand on the product, they'll just eat it all up regardless. The fate of this franchise is in your hands. Do you want to award disrespect or demand for better? That's a decision that every Saints Row fan watching this is going to have to make for themselves.
He's right, y'all. Like, do y'all basically want to keep rewarding disrespect? Or do y'all want what y'all ask for? A Saints Row gangster game where it actually goes back to its roots. Good timeline, bad timeline. And it goes for a lot of games nowadays, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk more about that later, but for right now, hey, this is a reaction video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. You feel me? And shout out to my boy House Hexagon again. And my boy just hit 9,000. But I subscribed to him when he was at like 8,000. He hit 9,000 that quick. That's what I'm talking about. But alright, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one and peace.